Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I am Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Gross enrollment ratio at primary, upper primary and higher secondary levels of school education improves in 2021-22. Longleng District Administration reiterates protection of Amur Falcon under Wildlife Protection Act 1972. State-level workshop on urban infra, urban transport, power and industrial infrastructure held in Kohima. And Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu will inaugurate Sovima Police Station tomorrow. Now the news in detail. The gross enrollment ratio GER at primary, upper primary and higher secondary levels of school education has improved in 2021-22 as compared to last year. Union Ministry of Education has said that GER in higher secondary made significant improvement from 53.8% to 57.6% in 2021-22. This was disclosed in a report on School Education of India released by the ministry. In 2021-22, total number of students enrolled in school education from primary to higher secondary school stood at 25.57 crore as compared to 25.38 crore enrollment in the previous year. It registered an increase of 19.36 lakh enrollments. The enrollment of children with special needs showed an improvement of 3.45%. It said in 2021-22, the pupil-teacher ratio stood at 26 for primary, 19 for upper primary, 18 for secondary, and 27 for higher secondary, showing an improvement since 2018-19. Longleng District Administration has reiterated that Amur Falcon is protected under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Therefore, it has notified that trapping, killing and selling of Amur Falcon is a criminal offence punishable with 3 years rigorous imprisonment or a fine of 25,000 rupees or both under section of the Wildlife Protection Act. It has directed all the village council chairmen and ward presidents under the Longleng district to take up the matter as a top priority and monitor and give strict instructions within their respective jurisdictions. A state-level workshop on urban infra, urban transport, roads and logistics, power and industrial infrastructure was held at the Directorate of Information Technology and Communication, Kohima, today. The objective of the workshop was to deliberate comprehensively and elicit the inputs of stakeholders with a view to envision India at 2047. Delivering the keynote address, Chief Secretary J. Alam said that the purpose of the workshop was to share ideas and initiatives by the participating departments, which will be then used by the state governments to present during the second National Conference of Chief Secretaries, which is scheduled to be held in January next year. Presentations on innovative initiatives, roadmaps were made by school education, health and family welfare, power, agriculture, rural development, urban development, social welfare, roads and bridges, women resource development, industries and commerce, and information technology and communication. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu will inaugurate Sovima Police Station at Sovima village under newly created Kohima district tomorrow. Deputy Chief Minister Y. Budden will also attend the inaugural function. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police, Dimapur, Rotihe Detsio, has informed that Sovima Police Station will have jurisdiction over 13 villages, that is Selope, Singrijan, Krisepe, Ikishe, Shitovi, Disakapo, Vitima, Razape Basa, Sovima, El Hedoi, Shukovi, and Virazoma, and also Zoological Park area. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Lota Tukuemung Mini Hornbill Festival 2022 4-day night carnival commenced at the local ground Woka yesterday. Executive Engineer of Power Department Woka Chonrontang Ezung graced the inaugural function. Around 100 stalls have been put up by different self-help groups, government departments and local entrepreneurs for the night carnival. Azung wished the community prosperity and also urged the Lotha community to prevail in the sense of forgiveness among one another, as Tukwemung signifies forgiveness, love and strengthening relationships. The final day on 7th of this month will be graced by MLA Imkong L. Imchen. The Regional Transport Authority RTA Kohima today discussed issues pertaining to traffic congestion faced by the public of Kohima. A meeting of the RTA Kohima under the chairmanship of Deputy Commissioner Kohima, Shanava C. thoroughly deliberated on how to take corrective measures and steps to ease the ever-growing traffic congestion in the state capital. They also discussed, along with police officers, officials of colonies and wards, and a proposal made by the verifying officers. Issues like putting up signage, stickers or parking and no parking zone, increasing smart city buses for public utility, issuing permits for purchasing private buses and permits for two-wheeler taxis for educated unemployed youths, clearing building materials along the highway, etc. The quarterly meeting of Kohima District Disaster Management Authority (DDMA) was held under the chairmanship of Deputy Commissioner Kohima, Shanava C, in DC's conference hall today. On revision of the District Disaster Management Plan (DDMP), the DC asked all the line departments to provide inputs and suggestions to be incorporated in the plan, and also set a target to complete the plan by January next year. With regard to distribution of relief rice, ATC Kohima, Rosito Nguri informed that the district-level distributing committee has been set by the government for distribution activities. Ministry of Power through Bureau of Energy Efficiency will organize the 17th painting competition on energy conservation on November 14th. In this regard, a state-level painting competition on energy conservation 2022 will be held in Kohima, conducted by the nodal CPSU Doyang Hydropower Station, NIPCO. The competition will be conducted in two levels, namely state and national level, and the scheme is divided into two categories of students. In Category A, the painting competition is for students of classes 5 to 7 and Category B for students of classes 8 to 10. Prizes for the state-level painting for both Category A and B will comprise of 50,000 rupees each for first, 30,000 rupees for second, and 20,000 rupees as a third prize. Besides, 7,500 rupees will be given to 10 participants as consolation prizes. The paintings of first, second and third prize winners of both the state-level categories will be sent to New Delhi for the national-level painting competition. The results and prizes will be announced during the National Energy Conservation Day on December 14th. Prizes for national-level competition for Category A and B will carry 1 lakh rupees, a laptop and a fixed deposit of 1 lakh rupees each for the first prize, 50,000 rupees, a laptop and fixed deposit of 50,000 rupees each for the second prize, and 30,000 rupees, a laptop and a fixed deposit of 30,000 rupees each as the third prize, including 10 consolation prizes of 15,000 rupees each. Huluhi D. Vatio today lifted the second Open Chagasang Naga Wrestling Championship organized by Chagasang Wrestling Association at Futsuro Sports Complex. Vadio defeated Kekrezo Naki in the final bout. Pusato Detsuo and Medosatio Bauno took the third and fourth positions, respectively. 60 wrestlers came to compete for the coveted title, of which 3 were from Karnataka and 3 from Delhi, while Sentilong Imchen from Magukchung also took part in the championship. And now 20 news, here are the main points again. Gross enrollment ratio at primary, upper primary and higher secondary levels of school education improves in 2021-22. Longleng District Administration reiterates protection of Amur Falcon under Wildlife Protection Act 1972. State-level workshop on urban infra, urban transport, power and industrial infrastructure held in Kohima. And Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu will inaugurate Sovima Police Station tomorrow. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.